Hi, we're here with Dennis Ramsey in Orange Park, Florida, which is just south of Jacksonville, Florida. And Dennis, I'm here about your solar system. I do see that we have the system up on the roof right behind you there. And if you could tell me what size of system that is, please, sir.
It's a 6.44 kilowatt.
6.44 kilowatt system?
Yes.
And when did you have it installed, please?
I believe in January, earlier this year.
So January of 2011, which is just a few months ago. It's now April of 2011. And can you just tell me, what was it about solar that caught your interest and going forward?
Well, I'd had solar hot water when I lived in Southern Oregon, and before I moved to Florida, obviously, and I liked it in Oregon, was very satisfied with it, and so I wanted to do it again in Florida. But you know, the initial cost is the big drawback. You know, once you get by the initial cost, you know, it's gosh, you're just on automatic.
Okay. And who was the system installed by?
The Power Production Management of Gainesville.
Power Production Management of Gainesville, Florida. And how did you find their service?
They're an excellent company. Excellent company. I'm kind of particular. I don't know if that's the word that they would, the construction crew would call it, but I like something that looks good and that is efficient. Mm-hmm. And I was looking for a quality a product and from a quality company, and I was sure happy with Power Production. They showed up when they said they were going to show up, and stayed on the job until the job was completed. They got good quality equipment and excellent installers.
About how long did it? Now you have solar hot water and the solar PV system and Power Production Management also installed. I believe you said a solar powered fan on top of your roof. So you had 3 different products installed by them at that time.
Yes.
About how long did that take?
Oh, I'm thinking it was probably a week and a half. Right at a week and a half.
So about a week and a half to install. Now, you mentioned to me as we were just kind of walking around and talking that you were also very particular about how things look coming into your home and all that kind of stuff. Very particular about it, and you were very proud of the fact that your system has very little wiring showing. Can you explain that to me one more time?
Well, my wife and I, we built the house ourselves, and I didn't want any conduit or pipes or anything hanging on the outside of the house. I wanted it the system to look like it was built into the house originally. So the conduit from the roof system goes into the attic and down through the walls and whatnot, and comes out right near the breaker panel. So there's only 2.5 feet of conduit showing exposed. So
in this entire system, only 2.5 feet of conduit showing anywhere within the home at all. That's really cool. Now we've already filmed a little bit about your hot water system and everything, but I was trying to think here. I did have one other question about that. Now I can't remember what it was. Tell me, overall, if someone were to ask you about solar, what would you say to them?
I would say, like I said earlier, the initial cost is the drawback. You know, it's a lot of cash, you know, but the payback on it, once you get past the payback, you're putting money in your pocket. I mean, it's just, you know, once you get past the payback, it's free electricity.
Yeah. Speaking of the money back in your pocket, I think that's where I was going a minute ago. You've had 2 electric bills since this went live.
Yes. And
your first bill was
$3.78, I believe. It was $3 and under $4.
So under $4 on your very next first bill.
Yes.
After the system went live, and then last month's bill was how much?
$1.08.
So $1.08. $1.08 for electricity.
That's just incredible, isn't it? This system you see on the roof there, it had vents, so they had to take the vents out of that, out of the off-ridge vents off, and the panels go up over the peak just a little bit and whatnot. That's the way they had to do it. So they put a solar fan, which is just like this right here on the end. They put a solar fan on the other side to vent that section of the roof. And then I decided to put a solar fan here on the bedroom because it it sits out by itself, and it's harder to cool than the rest of the house. So
Sure.
I wanted this.
So there's the fan on the front. So you had 2 fans installed, because we looked at one on the other side of the home, if I
That's
recall.
right.
Okay. So so again, you've had your system only a couple of months, and overall, are you happy with your decision, sir?
I'm very happy.
Very happy.
I'm waiting for the day when the payback's over, and then I'm putting the cash in my pocket.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today, sir.
You bet.
All righty.